What's up guys, it's BD here and welcome to the first video of 2020. Today we're going to be looking at the new PhotonWire cord for your mouse. Now this is going to be rivaling the Paracord. Remember in the award ceremony I said that there will be some new contenders this year, and this is definitely one of them. So today I'm going to show you guys how to order one of these ultra thin, very flexible cords. I'm going to show you guys how to install it, and then I'm going to give you guys my final thoughts on whether I think you should be picking up a Photon cord over a Paracord. Alright guys, let's begin. Alright, so taking a look at the order form, you're going to go to PhotonWire.com. They're going to give you an option to fill in your name, of course, and then they're going to give you options for colors. Now the colors come in red, green, blue, white, black, and transparent, and then you can also mix up to 4 of them. So you can have 4 different colors on your cord. So no matter how crazy your setup, more than likely you'll be able to match it with the colors that they've given you. I would have liked to have seen them add in like a pink maybe. I know a lot of people are rocking pink these days, but I feel like they give you enough options to get the job done. They also have a couple of cable lengths. They have a 1.5 meters, which is $15. They have a 2.2 meters, which is $20, and a 3 meters, which is $25. Now I feel like for most people, you're just gonna wanna go with the standard 1.5 meters. That's a 6-foot cord. Hopefully I'm doing my math right. And then they're gonna ask you what kind of mouse you have. So whether that's an Ultralight 2, a XM1, a S2, you name it, this cord can fit it. And then finally, the shipping is gonna be $4. So in total, these cords can cost anywhere from like $19 to like $26. And I feel like that's a pretty good price considering the Paracords go for about $17 to $18. Ascended cords are $20 plus shipping. So you're getting the whole thing shipped to you for about $19. And then for international, it's about $10 more on top of that. Now the cable itself is 0.3 millimeters. Now in comparison to a Paracord, which is 4 millimeters, you can imagine how small this cable is. Now this is, I believe, the smallest cable you can actually get to power your mouse, which is absolutely insane. And I have to say that I noticed no lag during my entire time using this mouse. In fact, I felt like I played like a god. I mean, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I really felt like I did. Now these cables are AWG PTFE insulated cords. So if you've installed a custom cable on your mouse before, you're gonna feel right at home here. It's the exact same thing except with this thin wire. All you're gonna do is you're gonna take the bottom mouse feet off, you're gonna unscrew the top shell from the bottom shell, and then you're gonna take out the old cable, so pull up and out, and then you're gonna replace it with this new Photon wire. All right, so in all honesty, I actually broke my Model O cable, okay? So what I did wrong was, on the older Paracords, you could be as harsh as you want. You can press down on those things and they'll just work. With this one, you have to be very careful around those pin connectors. I actually flattened it a little bit, and I think that cut off the connection a little bit. It stopped working. And when I plugged in my Model O, it started flashing, okay? So take it from me, be very delicate. When I was very delicate with my other mice, like my Ultralight 2 and my XM1, they work perfectly fine. Now one area where I feel like they can improve this cord is on the side where the cable lays in the mouse, within the mouse. Along the side, you know, you have those little posts where you can route your cable and it stays. I feel like maybe they can add a little bit of like rubber or plastic there just to give the cable some more heft just at that point in the mouse to really make it stay in place, because otherwise guys, this thing is just free reign all up in your mouse. It's just flopping all over the place. So I feel like if they did that, it could actually improve the cable a lot, and it'll keep it probably more healthier in the long run. So after that, as you try to like route it along the side, just do your best. It doesn't have to be super accurate or anything like that. You just route it, and then you route it through the front, and it just goes out the front hole. And then you're just gonna screw your mouse back together and place the mouse feet back on, and then you're good to go. So the installation is pretty straightforward. Like I said, don't be like me, don't make my mistake. Learn from my mistake, okay? I messed it up, okay? That was on me, okay? I don't think it was the cable. It's a delicate cable because it's so tiny, and I should have realized that. And you guys might be wondering, can you feel it in the front when you're like flapping around that cable? You cannot feel this cable whatsoever. Your mouse feels completely wireless with this mouse cable. Another thing to note is that it will not fit into a mouse bungee. You kind of have to like tape it. I mean, you could tape it into your mouse bungee or tape it onto your desk, but I kind of just let it free reign all over my desk, and it's been working perfectly fine for me. I have noticed no issues with it. I haven't swiped over the mouse cord or anything like that. It really stays out of your way. Now, when compared to a Paracord, I felt like at the longer distances, they were roughly the same. But where I noticed it the most is when you get closer to the mouse and you press the cable against the mouse, it actually makes a huge difference. So if you're somebody that plays a lot of vertical moving games where you're pressing the mouse up, right, and you're pressing it towards itself, this thing will be really good for you guys out there. There's gonna be less force exerted against your mouse, so it's almost like a wireless experience. The mouse does not move whatsoever. So I compared it versus a Paracord on a G Pro, which is heavier by like 30 grams compared to the Ultralight 2. The G Pro moves sooner than the Ultralight 2. In fact, the Ultralight 2 didn't move at all. So I'm sure you guys are wondering, how is the durability of this cable? Now I tried stretching it apart from itself. It seemed very, very sturdy. I also tried rubbing it with my thumb and my index finger like this, and it was perfectly fine. Because if a small cable tangles on itself and it gets knots, that could be a lot of trouble, especially with a cord of this size. So I feel like PhotonWire did a very nice job with the durability of this cable. So as long as you're not bending the cables near its weakest point inside the mouse near the pin connectors, like a certain somebody did and mess up their, I don't know why I keep bringing it up. As long as you do that, you'll be a-okay. So during my time with the PhotonWire, this thing has exceeded my expectations. I might have thought Paracord gave me a wireless experience until I went to a PhotonWire and then tried to go back to a Paracord. That's when I noticed. I was like, no, this is a good cord. This is a good cable. PhotonWire did it justice, and they did it right. I gamed on stream for 3.5 hours. I was using this for about a week straight, non-stop, and it didn't stop. I was expecting it to maybe break or maybe slow down or get some hiccups here and there. Nothing. It was perfect. In fact, it was better than perfect. It felt wireless. Check out this 1v2 with a hacker on the other team.
They're fighting over here.
One more squad.
Oh, what? Is this guy cheating? Is he cheating?
I think he... Yeah.
Dude, that guy's cheating.
Need to recharge my shields. Healing up. Eyes are open now. Ring's not far.
Hack some more.
That's the hacker. Oh, great. You got this.
45 left. Another.
Yes!
Dude,
Reloading.
you killed the fucking hacker.
Good game.
Beast mode.
You can beat hackers and controller players, let me tell you. Overall, I must say, it is very hard to go back to Paracords after using this cord. I never thought I would say that, and that's gonna be a real issue for me because I'm gonna need more of these cables, these PhotonWire cables. They did a really good job. So the only thing to keep in mind is that installation part. That is the only tricky part. Once you have it inside your mouse, it should be good to go. The only other thing that I would improve on the PhotonWire is having a rubber piece inside to kind of route through your mouse to keep it in place so it's not just flopping around inside your mouse, because you never know. Maybe that's just me, I'm paranoid. But that's something that maybe they want to look into in the future. I don't think it would make it any less viable because the cable itself outside of the mouse is still going to be fluid and flexible and is not going to really push against your mouse. So if you're somebody that doesn't trust wireless gaming just yet, but you want something that's pretty much a wireless experience, look no further than the PhotonWire. I thought Paracords were the shit last year. No. The PhotonWire has taken its place. If it can actually last this entire year and beyond, if the durability keeps up, which I have a feeling that it will, this mouse cable is the best mouse cable on the market. Alright guys, it has been your boy BT. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I know I always say everything is the best. Ooh, BT says something is the best again. What's the best? It's the best. So if I were you, I would order one sooner than later because I feel like these cables are going to start blowing up this year, especially if they take my advice. Alright guys, it has been your boy BT. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.